Hello everyone, Pastor Steve here with our Monday Minute for August the 17th of 2020. It's great to be with you as we start off the week here together once again as we come into these last couple of days of the month of August. September is going to be here before we know it, and the leaves are going to start changing, but for now we're still taking the time to enjoy this season and to be able to be outdoors like I am doing right here for as long as we can. Our virtual vacation Bible school is still happening. Our fourth week is coming up. You can check those out at our YouTube channel at Newburg UMC. And if you haven't had a chance to participate with your child in these last couple of weeks, well, don't worry. All of those are available on our YouTube channel as well, and you can go back and watch and participate with all of those. It's been great fun, and we hope the kids will enjoy it as we're adapting to do Vacation Bible School in a new and different way here during this time of COVID. Speaking of being outside, we want to thank everybody who was able to attend our outdoor trivia night and hot dogs from Heavenly Hot Dogs this past Wednesday. Had a great turnout and lots of fun. And then yesterday for our outdoor Vespers worship service, which again was another opportunity for us to be together outside and to worship together in person, which we have not been able to do since March, as a matter of fact. So it was great to do that. We want to look forward to our other outdoor activities, which we have coming up again on August 26th. Our Raptors in the Sky program, which is for children of all ages, but we do need pre-registration for that. So if you and your son or daughter are going to be coming, please go to our social media, our Facebook page, or check out our website so you can pre-register for that. And we'll have another opportunity for outdoor worship on August the 30th, which will be an opportunity for us to celebrate Holy Communion. And we haven't done that in quite a long time either, so we'll look forward to bringing that to you as well. A mission opportunity that is coming up this week is our participation with the Noah Project. Now, we're not able to do that the way that we have been doing it in the past, with taking a team down to Noah in Detroit to be able to distribute those lunches. However, we still are collecting those, so if you can make those lunches at home and drop them off this coming Friday from normal office hours, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., or this coming Sunday from the hours of 1 to 3 p.m., we'll get those collected that you have made, and then we will be sure to deliver those to Noah so that they can make sure that the folks still get everything that they need. It's a little different, but it's still an opportunity for us to be in mission. So we hope that you'll be able to help participate in that. And if you need more details, again, check out our Facebook page or Newburg's website at newburgumc.org for all of that information. A lot of times in these last couple weeks and months, but just in general in life, we get what are often called mixed messages. And in fact, we see that in the Bible. Jesus himself sometimes offers us some mixed messages when we read in the scripture. In the Gospel of Mark in the 9th chapter in verse 22, Jesus is in a conversation with a man who is asking that his son be healed because he is not able to speak. And Jesus asks him, much like a good physician would, how long has this been going on? And the man tells him, says, "Sir, if you are able, have pity on us." Jesus kind of responds almost indignantly, like, if you are able, and then he says, all things are possible all things are possible and can be done for the one who believes. But then, as he is having a conversation with his disciples later on in chapter 10, just one chapter later, and his disciples ask him, well, look, who can be saved? And Jesus says, for mortals it is impossible, but through God all things are possible. Now he gives us some clues there about what he really means, but in a lot of ways he's also given us a mixed message. So in one ways, Jesus says, what do you mean, are you able? All things can be done for the one who believes. But in the same token, he says, it's not possible for humans on their own to be able to do that. Yet, through his death and resurrection, Jesus is pointing that he is the one who can accomplish that. Through God, through Him, all things are possible. But it still leaves us with human beings of wondering, what are we supposed to do with these messages? The Apostle Paul gives us an often quoted scripture passage from Philippians 4:13, which says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. We see that on t-shirts, bumper stickers, and the like. And we want to believe that, of course, that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Yet in the same token, Paul, when he is talking to the Corinthian church in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, he says this, all things are lawful for me, but not all things are beneficial. These mixed messages that we get in our society, I think Paul gives us a clue about what we can do as followers of Jesus, but also the discerning eye and ear that we have to have when it comes to should we be doing things. Mixed messages come at us in our society all the time. And the question for us is, what are we to make of them? Yes, sure, we can do all different things if we want to. God even gives us the power to do a whole bunch of different things. But we have to ask ourselves, is it beneficial, as Paul says? Sure, we might be able to do something, but if it is not for the upbuilding of one another, and if it's not for the upbuilding of the community, is it beneficial? Just thinking even to our Noah project coming up this week, which we've participated in for several years now. We want to do things the way that we've always done them. And while it might be possible for us to do that, they and we have recognized that it's not beneficial for us to do it in that way. And so we're asking us to still be in support of mission in a different way. We're going to be doing a lot of that in these days and weeks to come. As we were planning for our Greater Detroit District annual conference, which is scheduled for later in September, many of us on the planning team were asking that very same question. And what we found ourselves trying to do for months was to find a way to do an online district conference where we could accomplish all of the business that we need to accomplish, but also to be able to do the things that we had done. And we started talking about how we could do online workshops and maybe even have remote locations. And in fact, for people who don't have internet access, maybe they can all go to those locations too. So it'll be a win-win for everybody. But then the task of actually putting that all together started to loom in front of us. And while what we were talking about, doing things the way that we had done it before, just in a different way, may have been possible, we were finding out that it more than likely would not be beneficial. And so we had to change course. We're not going to be doing instructive workshops this year like we had done in the past. But what we are going to do is try to give everybody the best possible experience so we can worship together, we can take care of the business that we need to take care of, and that we can go forward knowing that the church is still the church, no matter what, in these circumstances. We're getting a lot of mixed messages in our society today, and with the election coming up, boy, are we going to be getting a lot of mixed messages. And it may sometimes be hard to discern who to believe. We all have to make up our minds about a lot of different things. But I think the key thing for us as followers of Jesus is, while it might be possible, and yes, we can do all things through Christ because He does strengthen us. But in that strength, we also have to be able to find a way to lift up those who are weak. And in doing so, we also have to discern if it is beneficial. So as we go about this week, let's try to sort through all those mixed messages that we hear in our daily lives. And let's try to figure out and let's listen for the Spirit of God who is calling us to do things that will not only be possible, but be beneficial for us, for our community of faith, and for our world as a whole. God bless you, and have a great week. We'll see you next time.